everyone, it's Kaifu here with another video for you guys. Now today's video is something I don't really do that often, so it's a deck profile. So we'll be reviewing one of the many old decks back in the Valhalla times. It's not an Origin format, but a Pauper format. Now I did talk to jrule.net, this was his idea and so on, so I was wondering, I did ask him for permission, am I allowed to use his idea, which is Pauper format, which is allows you only use common cards only to build a deck and compete. But however, the way he did it was only Grim Cluster onwards, which is pretty much available to everyone, including America. But however, Valhalla was only exclusive to some certain countries. So I was wondering, I talked to him about it. Can I allow to copy your idea, but however apply some Valhalla cards into it, because a lot of you guys do not know about the Valhalla format, and I really want to encourage you to learn the history about it in a non-cancerous way, you can say, because a lot of people know Origin is a very powerful format, no balance, FDK, OTK, draw 7 cards everywhere. So this format is perfect for Valhalla. A lot of common cards is useful, and obviously the rule can be somewhat potential. So let's get on with the video. So who's the ruler? So the ruler is this guy, Lord of the End. So pretty much he is a revival card, allows you to revive a lot of cards from your graveyard, because his act ability is pretty much you pay 4 resource to put a resonator from your graveyard onto the battlefield. And keep in mind, the 4 resource you're paying is colorless, so you can pay any money you want, so you can play in green, red, blue, whatnot. As long as you pay 4 resource, you're good to go. You're good to go. So you revive a resonator and it can attack this turn, meaning it gains swiftness. Now back then in the Valhalla times, we didn't have a simple skill called swiftness, but it just say it can attack right away. So swiftness, but however at the end of the turn, remove it from the game. So pretty much the resonator you just play this turn will get removed, is on the field or in the graveyard. Now I know today's ruling that if a card goes to the different zone, it's considered as a new card or a different card, but the rulings back then was very different. So for the sake of this video, we're gonna say that any cards this guy revives will get removed regardless. So very powerful card, and you're wondering what is the judgment cost? Well, the judgment cost is 5 resource and 3 cards from your hand to be discarded. And you're wondering, whoa, why expensive judgment? 5 resource and 3 cards discard? No way, I'm not paying that. I might as well just pay 4 resource to revive a card from the graveyard. Understandable, but however, majority of the guys do not know the J ruler side is also powerful, strong, game changing, OTK out nowhere. So let's talk about it. Obviously I cannot flip this over as much as I want, so I will be using Google Chrome. So Google Chrome shows you right here, for paying 5 mana and discarding 3 cards from your hand, you get a 7/7 flying J roller. And you'll be like, whoa, that is so weak. But the enter ability makes up for it, and also the act abilities. The enter ability, destroy all resonator. So if your opponent try to overextend, try to swarm the field, pay 5 mana, discard 3 cards from hand, judgment, destroy all resonator on the battlefield, including yours of course, so you destroy all of them. But however, once the resolution of destruction resolve, then put 3 resonator from your graveyard onto your battlefield, and you get to keep these cards. You get to keep these cards, they don't get removed, nothing else. So you nuke the field and revive 3 cards. That's a lot of plus from there. Not only that, the ability to revive cards from your graveyard must be exactly free. If you choose not to revive 3 cards from your graveyard, say for scenario, you got nothing but chant in your graveyard, standbys and so on, it can't be used. So you need cards to the graveyard. So in this deck, we'll be having some milling engine, like club soldiers, zombie cards, and mill cards in the graveyard. And knowing that his active ability as well, more powerful as well. Pay 1 darkness, 2 resource, banish 2 resonator on your field, so you have to sacrifice 2 resonators, put a resonator from your graveyard onto the battlefield, and it gains swiftness, and you get to keep this card permanently, so it doesn't get removed. So sacrificing 2 resonators, 1 darkness and 2 colors, very powerful. So let's get on with the main deck. Whoops, wrong one. You guys did not see that. So for the main deck, so let's start off with the powerful Resonator. What can this beast behemoth revive? Well, Griffin, a Chimera, and this card is common. I thought it was an uncommon, so Griffin, a lot of you guys should know this by now, play in many Fox deck, a staple card in Fox deck. But however, you can play this in the main deck if you somehow milled it, like with cards such as the zombies and so on. You get to put this card in your graveyard and you pay 4 mana to revive it, get 2 more additional mana. Very powerful. If I didn't mention, it's an active ability, can be played on either player's turn, so you can use it defensively and offensively. Not only that, before recovery, if you have 4 mana open, pay 4 resource, revive the Griffin, put it on the battlefield. Gets 2 more additional mana. Perfect. Amazing. Not only that, what else your big Resonator? Well, there wasn't a lot of amazing big Resonators, to be honest. There were only like Griffin, but however, if you went to the Wingo 1 and 2, there's a lot of big Resonators, and they are pretty much unplayable in like Wanderer or even New Frontier, but in this format, they're common. Great. This guy, I can't pronounce his name because, oh wait, yeah I can, Dahab, so it's a military Resonator, 5 cost Resonator, 10/10. You've been wondering, okay, what does this do? When this enters the field, put target Resonator from your hand, put target Resonator from your graveyard into your hand. So it's a pretty much salvage 1 card back, so you're reviving 1 card back. So we were wondering what cards we grab back. Pumpkin Witch. You're going for the kill, boy. You're going for the kill. Because if you revive this and grab Pumpkin Witch back, power plays. You only play 2 Pumpkin Witch because again, you can grab it back with this guy quite easily. Simple. And another card for you to use is Maximum Link. Max. So pretty much a general. When this enters the field, destroy target Resonator your opponent controls. So it's pretty much a chameleon, a 6 cost body, but however, you will be paying 4 resource to revive it instead of paying 6 mana, so it allows you to kill a guy because of his ability, and it can attack right away. 10-12, there's nothing to laugh at. Sure, it doesn't have flying, but still strong. And obviously the last 2 cards is this guy from the original Wingo 1. So when this enters the battlefield, return target Resonator to your owner's hand. So just bouncing a card back, so getting problem cards off the way. You can do this at the end phase, you can put this hard cast and so on. Completely up to you. So that's all the big Resonators, but however, ideally you won't get the Griffin now, mana ramp. Obviously later these guys will be helpful later on, and this guy gets rid of problems. Amazing. So next for the 1-drop Resonator. So we do have Power, the zombie guy. So when this enters the battlefield, put the top 2 cards from your graveyard, not graveyard, that'd be stupid. Put the top 2 cards from your deck to your graveyard. So milling engine allows you to mill cards you need. Very powerful. Obviously set up your big play for your Griffins, your generals, your dudes, or even set up your necromancy by milling hopefully on top of the deck. Great. And then obviously we do have Moonbreeze Elf. We can't play Sacred Elf apparently, because apparently that card got banned for some reason. But however, Moonbreeze, good enough. Because Moonbreeze can produce a moon, but however, Judgment and Active ability, colorless. Easy. This card can be used really well. Now the only reason I play 3 instead of 4 is because I only play 4 green basic magic stones, so it's mostly focused on darkness, so yeah, that's pretty much it. And plus, if these are dead draw, Judgment, pay 5, discard 3, so discard any of these cards for the cost to Judgment. Perfect idea. Ideally, you do not want to have these cards as dead draw, but if necessary, pay 5, discard 3 as part of it anyway. And yeah, that's all for the 1-drop. For the 2-drop Resonator, we have Club Soldier. Now this is from the Grim Cluster, so what it does is that reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, and put a Club Soldier among them from there into your hand, and the rest goes to graveyard. So If you hit any club soldier, you get a +1. If you don't hit any club soldier, you're milling 4 cards. So you're getting cards to the graveyard. Ideally, you want to get some Necro, some Griffin, some of these guys, and so on. And your dude is set powerful. And again, there's no Horn or Sacred Beast in this format, so pretty strong. Next, we do have Beans. Now, just in case you don't get your zombie dudes, you don't get your club soldier, you do have another way to get cards to the graveyard. Or, worst scenarios that awaken it, grab a card that you milled. Yeah, nothing wrong with it. Very strong, very powerful. But yeah, just majority of the time just mill a card. But if you need to awaken it, go for it. What else is in here I need to talk about? This card, Gas. Now, Gas is pretty much a time space -5/5 to a J-Raw/Resonant at instant speed, 1 darkness and 1 colors. Simple removal. You could use something else over this, but I think this is good enough. Next, we do have Scheme of the Empire. So pretty much pay 1 darkness and 1 colors, look at your opponent's hand, and discard it. So this card is very flexible. You can use this or not use this, really up to you guys. But it does help looking at your opponent's hand, seeing if they have any prevention from you doing your plays and so on. And plus, if you see like something you don't like, just discard it, no problem. And of course, 2 Necromancy. With the power of milling the discarding from your J-Roller, this card will go to the graveyard and you can put it onto your Griffin. Ideally, you can put it onto your Generals, or you can put it on this guy. So either way, really, really strong. What else did I didn't talk about? Okay, this card. So there's only, I believe, 2 types of Valhalla cards, not including the J-Roller, obviously. 2 types of Valhalla cards. That's pretty much it. One of them is Force Drain. It's pretty much a Cake Zone, so cancel normal target spell played by your opponent. So you can use Cake Zone over this, but I prefer this art over Cake Zone. So yeah, pretty simple, just Cake Zone. It's just a Force Drain, 1 mana. Well, not 1 mana, 2 mana, 1 green, 1 color. So same thing as Cake Zone, but I prefer this art. Now this is a beast. Disappear Magic. Very strong card. It's pretty much a Lost Silent in a comment section. It's a standby card, so back then before the standby ruling changed, this card wasn't used as much, but thanks to the standby ruling change, you can use it from hand or whatnot and so on. Very powerful. Now, you did notice there's breaks, but ignore the breaks. The break mechanics only for Valhalla format only, so just ignore that. So this card, pretty much any time, so you can activate it during your turn, during your opponent's turn. No restricted condition. So until end of turn, if a spell or ability will produce will, it produce no will instead. All wills already produced will cease to exist. So pretty much what that means is, it's a Lost Silent for mana. So pretty much, why you need to play, well, you don't need to play, you don't have to play 4, but I play 4 because what happened is I pay the cost to Judgment, so discarding, pay 5 mana, and once that mana is being paid, just flip the Magic Disappear as instant speed as your standby, and if your opponent does not respond to this, Lost Silent kicks in and your opponent cannot do anything. They cannot produce any will from their Magic Stone, they cannot produce any will from like any Moon Breeze if they play any. So if this resolves, yeah, it's gonna be quite powerful. Flipping this guy over, destroying the whole field. You can play less, but I play 4 because with the amount of milling, like club soldiers, these guys, and so on, eventually you will mill maybe 2 or 3 copies of these in the graveyard, and you might want to at least have 1. So yeah, that's the Pauper format deck list. For Magic Stone wise, it's pretty much up to your ratio. For me, I play 4 green Magic Stone and 6 darkness Magic Stone. Just keep up the ratio because it's mostly focused on darkness and some green, obviously. You can replace these if you want to, but completely up to you guys. So other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening guys, hope you guys enjoyed it, see you guys next time, peace.